Puzzle night gone wrong. So, last Friday, my family decided to have a cozy night in and do a puzzle together. You know, the kind of wholesome activity that makes you feel like you're living in a Norman Rockwell painting. My mom had found this giant box of puzzle pieces at a garage sale and, thrilled at the bargain, she snatched it up without a second thought. It was supposed to be a 2,000-piece puzzle of a quaint European village, complete with cobblestone streets and little cafes. As we dumped the pieces onto the dining room table, we quickly realized that something was a bit off. The pieces weren't just mixed, they were chaotic, like they had been through a blender and tossed with a sprinkle of confusion. Despite the odd assortment, we decided to embrace the challenge. My dad, ever the optimist, suggested we use our creativity and see what we could come up with. With that, we began the arduous task of assembling this jigsaw enigma. As the pieces slowly came together, it became apparent that we were not crafting a serene village scene. Instead, we were constructing what looked like a Salvador Dalí painting on a roller coaster, with a side of melted clocks. My sister, who has an eye for art, dubbed our creation Picasso's Picnic. It was a wild patchwork of mismatched colors and disjointed images, like a fever dream brought on by a cheese-induced hallucination. As the night wore on, our masterpiece grew more peculiar. There was half a horse attached to what appeared to be a flying toaster, a sun that seemed to be drowning in a cup of coffee, and a tree that suspiciously resembled my Uncle Joe. My mom, trying to hold back laughter, pointed out that we had somehow included part of an entirely different puzzle. It was at this point we realized that not only was this puzzle a mix of multiple sets, but one of them was a puzzle of famous paintings. My dad, the pun aficionado of the family, remarked that we were creating the world's first puzzle mashup. My brother joked that we should start a new art movement and call it abstract destructionism. By the end of the night, we were in stitches, both from laughter and the physical contortion required to reach the far side of the table. As we stepped back to admire our work of art, my mom chuckled and said, "Well, I guess we really did think outside the box on this one." My dad, never missing a beat, replied with a grin, "Yeah, and next time, let's make sure the box isn't a Picasso trap."